Hey, what's going on, guys? I just saw a video last night that I thought was pretty interesting. It was uh, it was an interview from Less Interesting, and he was interviewing Dirk Pitt, and it was 15 questions about a model car creator. I thought it was amusing, so figured, you know what, I'll bite and I'll do a video. First question: what was your first car? My first car was a 1971 Pontiac Le Mans that I still have to this day. Um, I got that car. Technically, I've had it since I was 12. My mother made my dad promise to never get rid of that car before she had passed away. And she passed away December 22nd, 1989. So, I mean, that car was basically mine from then. And when I turned 16, my dad officially, gave me a set of keys for it. But, that was technically my first car. Uh, what would be the first thing you would buy if you hit the lottery? I'd buy a couple hundred acres in Tennessee. I live in Pennsylvania and I do not like Pennsylvania at all. I just want to get out of here, and I think Tennessee would be a good landing spot. Coffee or tea? Well, is that hot or cold? I mean, you could get iced coffee or iced tea. I prefer tea. What was your most embarrassing moment? Well, I'd have to say I was about 11 years old, and I boogered up my ankle, and I was on crutches. And it was Easter Sunday church services. I went with my mom to our church, and I don't remember exactly what for, but they had all the kids go up to the front of the church. And how the church was, the back of the church, the floor was higher than the front. Up towards like the altar and where the stage was for the choir. And I'm walking down the aisle, and I mean all the kids were going from youngest to oldest. So there I am on crutches, and you're kind of like you swing out, and one crutch went a little further in front of the other one, and it slipped, and I swung out too far with my foot, and I went straight up in the air, landed flat on my back, and when I looked up, I'm looking up the dress of the girl that was behind me. She was maybe 11, 12, 13. I don't remember, but needless to say, that was pretty embarrassing. What was the craziest thing you ever did? Well, wasn't the smartest, but back when I used to have my Camaro, I was out with some friends, and we were out just cruising around, and it was just me and another guy. He had a Corvette, and we were going down the 4-lane highway, probably about 100 mile an hour, and we were on the south side of the highway, and we just happened to look over, and we saw a sorry, I got a little friend here that wants to say hi. This is my 8-month-old Boston Terrier puppy, Miss Ellie. So, but anyhow, we're going down a highway. Probably 100 mile an hour. We're just side by side. We're on the south side of the highway, and the look over. We come to a crossover, and on the north side, we see parking lights. And as we come blowing by, see the headlights come on, and then the disco lights. So we're like, oh shit. So Randy turns on his dome light, and he's going like this. So we both mash it, and probably a mile, maybe a mile and a half up the road was an exit. And we both jumped off the exit, and he went to the left, I went to the right. And we had to take some back roads. We got back to his garage, and because we wanted to hang out. We wanted to, we were out just looking for a couple races, and Randy was a car guy. He had a Buick T-Type and a Buick GNX. So we got back. We put he put the Camaro, or he put his Corvette, and then I put my Camaro in his garage, and we took the GNX out, and that whole area was crawling with cops. They're looking for a red Camaro and a blue Corvette. So needless to say, we just kind of turned back around and went back to his garage, and I had to take his pickup truck home because I wasn't going to be taking my red Camaro out. And yeah, that was probably the craziest and dumbest thing I've ever done. Left-handed or right-handed? Predominantly left-handed, but I can throw both left and right. I can bat both left and right. I can kick left and right. I can shoot a gun left and right. I can write left and right. All right, you went down. Okay. I can write both left and right, but I'm a better writer with my left hand. I guess that's ambidextrous. I don't know if I'm a true ambidextrous or not, but what do I do for a living? I am a professional parcel relocator for Big Brown. Snacks, salt or sweet? Well, I like my chips and pretzels, but I love donuts, cookies, cakes, candy, so sweet tooth. All-time favorite actor or actress? That is, I don't know, that's kind of a tough one. I can't really think of an actress that I really like. And even actor, I mean, I liked all the vacation movies and Caddyshack, and so I'd probably say Chevy Chase. Favorite TV show? I really don't watch a whole lot of TV, and really never watched a whole lot of shows. Man, I'd probably go back a while and say I'd have to say Married with Children. Did I ever serve in the armed forces? No, I did not. I graduated in 1995, and a few years before that was I guess I was Desert Storm. The high school. There was recruiters constantly at the high school, and even when I graduated in '95, there was a lot of recruiters there, and even at the Votech that I went to, I just wasn't interested. My hat's off, and I have the utmost respect to anybody that served, and it just wasn't for me. Have I ever been arrested? No. Close. Call it lucky. Have I ever paid for sex? No. I am married, so I guess essentially you are paying. I was approached by a hooker one time in Baltimore. I left our building, and I was sitting at a traffic light, and I see these two girls come walking by, and one stopped and knocked on my door, and yeah, no thank you. That light could not change green fast enough. Favorite band or performer? I like a lot of different music. I'd say my favorite genre would be metal. Like I said, I like a lot of different bands, but I'd say my favorite band is Type O Negative. And my top 3 desert island discs. Well, number 1 would be October Rust from Type O Negative. Number 2 would be, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was like a greatest hits or best of from Pantera. And my third disc would be back in the days of Napster, when you would burn music. My wife, she made a CD for me, and it was probably an hour and a half long. And I just broke that out over the summer. We went on a trip, me and JoJo. We went to Detroit to a baseball game. And I totally forgot what was on this CD, and it was a mix of there was some rock, some metal, there was some country, and there was even some '90s, I guess, like hip hop, Dr. Dre, Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg, that kind of stuff. But it was it's definitely a good it's definitely a good CD. I enjoy listening to it whenever I get a chance. But that'd be my top three. Now I'm going to add another one to the 15 questions. What was your first job? My first job was I did construction. I worked with my uncle. He did remodeling. I did that on and off for probably 4 years, maybe 5. And I worked with my dad also, because he drove truck. And then when he hung it up and decided he come to work for his brother. So it was pretty cool. I got to work with my dad and my uncle for a while. But now I drive truck. But all right, guys, that's what I got for now. There's the 15 questions. So it's fun. Go ahead and take part in it if you want to. Answer question 16. What was your first job? And maybe add another one. All right, guys. Talk to you later.